You see, this message, I had to get up. I had to move. I had to get up and move with a sense of urgency. You know why? It's because something was telling me, Ja, get up. You need to tell somebody that they've forgotten who they are. I was sitting out, literally just laying in the sun at the pool, and I just came down with this sudden feeling of like, you have to get back to your house and you have to tell this message because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear that they've forgotten who they are. Somebody needs to hear that they've forgotten that they're the master manifester of their life, that they're the director, the creator, the author of their reality, of their story, of their timeline. But they've forgotten this. They've gone astray a little bit. They've forgotten their powers. They've gotten a little insecure in their abilities and who they are. Maybe they've never even tapped in or touched that part of themselves. And you see, I know I'm the messenger and this is coming from me, but what I want you to really understand is that this message is coming from you to you. Your higher self has generated a message that is divinely and orchestrated just for you, and that's why this message has found you at this time, at this moment, and at this place, and in the state in which you are in currently. I want you to understand that you are the master manifester of your reality, of your story, of your timeline. And you've forgotten that you have these powers, that you have these capabilities, and you've forgotten that you don't need outside validation from other people. You've forgotten that you don't need to look outside yourself for all the things that are already existing inside of you. You see, when we look for the outside validation from other people, from things, from places, we will never truly find what we're looking for. You know, you will never truly find what you're looking for because every time you turn around the corner, you're constantly getting disappointed. But when you look within, there is no disappointment. There's only peace, happiness, bliss. And when you come back to self and when you come home to self, that is coming home to the universal source, that is coming home to what some call God, that is what coming home to what some call the Most High source, universe. It's all the same thing. And you've forgotten. We zoomed out a little bit. We're back. You've forgotten who you are a little bit, right? You've gone a little bit off kilter. So much so that I felt it in my entire body today that I had to get up, get from what I was doing, relaxing. I had to get up and I had to get on that message. I had to get up and I had to get on this message. I had to encourage, inspire, motivate, and remind you that you are the prize, that you are the treasure, that you are the gift, that every single breath that you take matters, that you matter, that you have an importance to this world. And I want you to understand that your mind generates and creates your existence. You are the generator, operator, and destroyer of your reality. So you pick and choose and you decide what is going to go on in your day-to-day life. Think about it. Every little small decision that you make creates a different change in the day that you're going to have, in the week that you're going to have, in the month that you're going to have, in the year that you're going to have. Are you going to use this tool that has been gifted to you, this body that the soul was allowed to operate in? Are you going to use this gift that you have? Confirmation. Are you going to use this gift that you have and explore the opportunity that you have in this physical realm to learn that you are the generator of your reality? You operate in this reality, but you can destroy this reality as well. Karma is a thing. Has both polarities. There is always polarity. Everything works in this entire universe in law forms. Every single thing. And when we talk about what goes around comes around, that could be negative or positive, because when you talk about what goes around comes around, that's the sun, that's the earth, that's the planets, that's Mercury in retrograde right now, that's the moon. In every single moment, we have a choice and a decision to make on how we want to operate our lives. right? Now, for some of you may know, some of you may don't. I can't give too much information, right? Because it's what's called HIPAA, but I'm not giving patient details. I'm a paramedic, and I had a patient yesterday who was experiencing an anxiety attack. What is anxiety? Anxiety is the worry about things that haven't even happened yet. And you've generated such thoughts in your head, such beliefs, that is generated emotions, that is generated feelings, that is generated a physiological response in your body. So you've literally operated and you controlled your body in a certain degree that it's put yourself in a state of habitual fight or flight that increases your heart rate, that increases your breathing. This is all coming from your mind. And I want you to understand that just like anxiety, how we can generate our bodies to be in this state, it's the same. You have the same power to use that mind ability for good. You know how they say you can be careful with powers, you can use them for good or for evil? That's the same thing with you. You can use your powers. What are your powers? Your powers are the powers to manifest. What is manifesting? It means being in the energy of the things that you desire. It means being in the energy of the version of yourself in which you know you already are, embodying that every day. And you've forgotten that. I think this Mercury retrograde in Cancer, this new moon that just came around not too long ago, last week, reminds us to be in the emotional body is a teacher. It teaches us things. It teaches us the ways in which we've been. It teaches the ways in which we may be stagnant and stuck. Because through emotions, we create motion. Because emotions are energy in motion. And if we get stuck in the emotion, it doesn't move around, it generates depression or it generates anxiety. So some of us can be in a perpetual state of emotion, stagnancy. And I think that's been a part of the reason why you haven't been yourself. You've been in this energy of just being overly in emotions. But we have to know how to operate through the emotions. How to generate the highest vibrancy of emotions. To generate the emotions that are on a high frequency, that are on a God-like energy. Because if we're not operating in the same frequency of the universal source, that means we're operating somewhere below. And if we're operating somewhere below, that means we're not in alignment with our true selves. And who are our true selves? Our true selves are aligned with the Most High. So of course you haven't been yourself because you haven't been in your highest energy. You haven't been in the highest frequency. I want to be in the highest frequency possible. And to be in the highest frequency possible, I have to be operating in the emotions that are aligned with the same frequency as that thing that I desire to be aligned with, which is the God-like energy, the God-like frequency, the universal source. Life force energy, right? We can't forget who we are. You can't forget who you are. You can't forget your power. You can't forget every time you look in the mirror, you're looking at the reflection of God. This whole reality and existence in which we live in is generated based off a manifestation of something's creation. We don't know what, we don't know when, we can speculate, we can posit, but we don't know. But one thing we know for sure is that I'm here. I think so. And one thing that we can say for sure is I am. What do you do when somebody asks you your name? You say, I am this. I am. Anything that follows the I am is what it is. I am that I am. And I want you to remember you are that you are. And I need you to say that I am that I am. Stop forgetting who you are. Stop forgetting that you're an extension of source. Stop forgetting your power. You're not useless. You're not worthless. Things do not equate. The things that you have do not equate your importance. They do not show you how valued you are. Your value comes from how you exist and how you are and how you be. How you can just be. Human being. A physical body being, staying in existence, not doing anything. And what I need you to understand is that you don't need to work too hard to get and live in the version of the life that you desire, because everything that you desire is already yours. You just have to tap into it. Do you understand that? Everything that you want is already yours. You have to just tap into it. How do you tap into it? You have to be aligned with it. How do you get aligned with it? You have to be on the same frequency as 1111. You get in alignment with it, because every single thing in this world that we can say has a frequency. When you plug anything in, it is generated off of energy. Everything is made out of atoms. We've came up with a name for it, an atom. Whether it's the ADAM or ATOM, the beginning of time. When you split atoms, what does it create? It creates life. Creates movement. Atoms split, they create cells. They create molecules that create cells. All this is connected. Everything is energy. If I know I am energy, what is energy? Anything that has the potential to move. Anything that has the potential to move. You have the potential. You're always operate in a state of potentiality. Meaning once you tap into that energy, once you tap into that frequency, you move into a different reality. Quantum physics, quantum leaping. It's a whole science. Y'all got me hyped up today. I'm pumped. I'm amped. Because this is deep. Is deeply rooted, and so are you. You're deeply rooted, and you need a little reminder today that you're not just some human being. You exist in the physical, mental, and spiritual states. You got to know how to operate between them, or you got to know how to coexist in every single one of them. You're just not one thing. You're a spirit having a human experience. All this is an experience. So enjoy the experience while you can. And don't forget who you are while you do that. And that's going to be it for the message of the light of Jah. I just got hype on y'all for no reason, but it was worth it, and it was meant for somebody. So I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Let's get to it. And don't forget who you are in the process.